From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope, maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off?
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent...
There he goes! Hits him with a stiff arm. That's the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
Man, can you draw up a better start for this offense? Coming out the gate explosive to start the season, get a touchdown on the board right away, create a lot of momentum for this football season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll run it from the gun. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this would...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Nice move there. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
He'll try it again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week.
The Nebraska offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Fires to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide side of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Looking to gather a little more strength. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, for him not to hand that ball off on the RPO, the quarterback obviously saw something he liked there in the left flat, but it wasn't open, and as a result, it's an incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Harry. Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Throwing right. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
The corners are walked up tight. Give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
To the air, it's Harry. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. Touchdown, Canes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up the first down. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on a linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
The play action fake. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find the man.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this. We're going to get this first down. I have a play, but sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Kendricks. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And the Huskers headed quickly to the line. On second and goal, he carries again. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's third and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on fourth down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
But sometimes these games can snowball. You get down 21, next thing you know, you look up, it might be 35. Nice answer, put a drive together. Now the defense has got to get you a stop. Then you try to put another drive together. One possession at a time, try to climb back in this football game.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. bringing it back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Wants to throw. It's Harry. Safe completion on the screen. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a second down. Power football with the run. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, and still on his feet. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long, no big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Harry. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And the Canes will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the running back gets a 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Set to kick it off.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. At a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Using his legs to buy some time. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Going for the marker on the ground. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Just ran him over. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And the Huskers are on the move. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
So now it's 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got him. On the move at the 30. Turning on the jet. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That score could have put them within realistic striking distance, but the penalty turns things around, and they'll have to go back to work. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. At the 20, he's got space. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
And how about the big play by this running back? Nice job running with the football, good balance, seeing where he needed to go with the football, finishing the run. He gets knocked out of bounds, but how about this offense set up now on 1st and goal?
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. He's looking to throw. Under fire. They brought the heat, and they get him on the ground, and a 4th down sack stops this drive cold.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
To the ground with the back. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on 1st down from the 28. Scanning the field, it's Herring. He's got it. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. The Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Grabs it in the middle. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And the Hurricanes will call on their punt team. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it away to start the second half. And here's the return. Really a disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak. It's very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Got it in the middle. It's Wells. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll try to run for it. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
But nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward and get it.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Cornhuskers are marching down the field.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Huskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run the option. Breaks the tackle. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying out to the left. The 20. He's at the 10. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the fumble recovery sets up this offense with a great opportunity to cash it in for points. He'll keep it himself. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. From the gun, give on the inside. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack.
And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. On 3rd and goal, you'd really hate to waste this great field position by settling for a field goal. Going for 6. Touchdown, Miami! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Miami, 35. Nebraska, 7.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Cornhuskers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And how about the awareness by this guy on 3rd down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics and also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's 3rd. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We've reached the break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the 3rd quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
42 Spider.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try the run. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Converts on completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Kendricks. He's stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He'll take it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Turning it on! Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's shot. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Second down coming up. On on the ground trying to pull the plug on this clock. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
They'll try to pop the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. UCLA is running away with this one right now, and it's kind of felt that way since we heard the first 8 clap today. They're up by 39 over Western Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to get the corner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Going to swing it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Kendricks. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll give it to the back. Running into the open space. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Back to throw, it's Herring. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He'll try to do it himself. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Never a doubt they lead the offense on the field. 4th and short from the 48. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. After this, it'll be a wrap. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And on that short gain, that will bring us to the end of this game.